Angel Studios and The Chosen. This is a story that we've been dealing with for the last, obviously, year or so, maybe a little bit longer than that, actually. There's been issues, of course, the original lawsuit from Angel Studios and The Chosen, whenever Brad Pello went from Angel Studios over to The Chosen. Obviously, that has all been squared away and solid for a long time. Brad is now the president of The Chosen Company and kind of runs a bunch of stuff over there, okay? Now, earlier on this year, we had a really big issue when we were getting into season 4 of The Chosen. Obviously, we had our theatrical releases of the show. However, there were some legal issues with the distribution later on, which of course Angel Studios was the main distributor until about over a year ago when they switched to Lionsgate. So there was some turmoil, obviously, way back then, and then it came to a head when they were going to release the show onto apps. And this caused an issue because all the way up until season 3, the show had been released on both the Angel app and the Chosen app. However, that seemed to not be the case when it came to season 4. Something was very strange, and there was things that were happening there. So eventually it came out that there was some sort of legal action being taken between Angel Studios and The Chosen, and they were figuring out some sort of contract issue between the two of them. And this was holding up the episodes from being released to the public, which of course was really hard for all of us to deal with overall. It took a long time for us to start being able to watch the episodes, several months in between them releasing in theaters until they were finally released on the app, way later in the year. And so finally, obviously, all those episodes have released. It's all done now, but what actually happened there, and what does this mean for the future of The Chosen? Is this issue going to keep on popping up later on? Is this going to become a problem? Well, I hope not, but there's a possibility of that being the case, so let's talk about all that. Let's talk about where we are now and kind of finalize this whole issue all the way throughout. So, as we go through, we see that The Chosen and Angel Studios have this legal issue. Basically, The Chosen declares that Angel has broken the contract that they had for distribution, and they have been copyright infringing on the rights of The Chosen overall. This is basically the claim that The Chosen makes. So they are the ones that start this whole legal battle, let's say. Now, it eventually goes towards arbitration, which means that not necessarily is this a lawsuit, but they're trying to figure out with a judge and a third party, basically what is going on with this contract. Did Angel Studios actually break this contract? Is this contract able to be annulled and basically cut open and removed, right? There's a lot of questions here. And so they go to this arbitration, and it's a 2-week process essentially. And what happens at the end of it is The Chosen wins. Now, we don't get a ton of information from Dallas other than the fact that they have separated from Angel Studios completely. Angel Studios no longer has rights to The Chosen in any way, and they cannot basically say that they are the ones who came up with The Chosen, or they're the studio behind The Chosen, or things like that. And so we get some more clarity of this as we kind of talk through, but here's some articles of around that time when this took place. So here is the statement from Angel Studios. It says, this is all the way back in May, by the way, says, sadly, The Chosen Incorporated has terminated its agreement with Angel Studios. We hope that one day the agreement may be restored, and that the team at Angel Studios is so happy we were able to be an instrumental in the founding of The Chosen, and thrilled our long hours of hard work over the last 8 years helped it to become the worldwide success that it is today. So basically they're saying that we helped it get off the ground. We were founding members. Our long hours over the last 8 years basically helped it to succeed to where it is. And we are a big portion of, the beginning parts of this, which is very true. Angel Studios was a massive part in the marketing in the beginning, distributing in the beginning, getting it off the ground, and really helping The Chosen to become, a big show in the eyes of a lot of different people. And so then we get a second statement here from what happens after that basically is that Angel Studios cuts all ties with The Chosen. So here we're on angel.com today, and I actually watched this happen in real time the day that the decision was made from the arbiter. And so the arbitrator, however you say that. I actually watched this in real time. As I'm refreshing angel.com, I see as The Chosen is there 1 second, and then it is gone forever. So now if you look on Angel Studios website, angel.com, you don't see it anywhere. The Chosen is not mentioned anywhere. If you go to angel.com/The Chosen, which used to be the link to it, it just doesn't exist. So it'll just bring you straight to the front page instead of bringing you to the Chosen, because it doesn't exist anymore, okay? And so it's just completely gone. We saw it just wiped off the map. So Angel Studios no longer has any connection to the Chosen whatsoever. Now here's another statement the next day from some of the CEO, Neil Harmon of Angel Studios, and here's what he says. He says, the team at Angel Studios is honored to have been an instrumental in the founding and unbelievable growth of The Chosen. Our long hours and hard work over the last 8 years by teams of programmers, marketers, translators, licensing experts, and innovators have helped it become the worldwide success it is today. So very, very much saying the same thing that we see previously. And then he continues, sadly, The Chosen Incorporated chose to terminate its agreement with us. We hope that one day the agreement will be restored, and we plan to pursue the appeal provision that Angel and The Chosen agreed to as the process of resolving disagreements privately. Now, they resolved it privately, but it was pretty public as well, right? And so here they actually share that there is an appeal process that is part of the process of the arbitration. So there is a possibility that the Angel Studios can appeal this decision, which they have decided to do. They said in many articles and different things after this point that they are actually going to appeal this decision. Now, what does that mean? Whenever you have a court decision of some sort, there is often a chance to appeal that decision, which means that that decision holds strong, right? It stays in place, but there's a possibility for you to re-enter into the negotiations with the court, re-enter into the, lawyering and basically convincing of the truth of what has actually happened, right? So there is a potential of this decision being overturned and maybe Angel Studios getting their rights back to The Chosen, maybe them having some sort of distribution rights reclaimed or something like that, right? We don't know what the whole circumstance of the appeal could come to, right? However, while this is a possibility, I don't think it's a likelihood at all. I think it's pretty much a 0% chance. And here's why I say that. Now, not only did Angel give statements, obviously Dallas gave a big statement on a live stream right when this was happening, and he was very sad, obviously. There's a lot of friends that he had over at Angel. They helped at the very beginning get everything off the ground. Nobody wanted this, right? The biggest thing that I talked to when I talked to both Angel people and the Chosen people was, man, this sucks. It's a really horrible feeling, right? And so overall, the sentiment was like, man, I wish this didn't happen. However, the Chosen company did believe that Angel Studios actually took advantage of them and harmed their brand and actually went too far with copyright. And so that's basically where it stood. Now, the other person that made a statement on this was the lawyers of the Chosen group. And I went to go find that article today that they posted. However, oops, something was wrong. They've actually taken down this article. Man, if only we could read this article. If only someone was like a really super sleuth and knew that things get taken offline and like saved a copy of it or something. Oh, there it is. Hey, real quick, if you're enjoying this video, a great free way to help is just to watch the rest of this video all the way to the end of the video if you can. And then if you really like us, you can watch another video after that. This will tell the YouTube algorithm that you like our channel and that our channel is good enough to share with other people. And it would really, really help us out. But if you want to go above and beyond, you can go to snipesupport.com and pledge $5, $10, or $25 a month and really help us out on a consistent basis to put out more videos just like this. Anyway, let's get back to the video. There it is. Look, it's right there. Oh my gosh. Okay. Here's the article from, basically it's from this lawyer group that basically did the arbitration. And that is, Wilkie, is kind of the short of it. I can't remember what the full phrase of it is. It's Wilkie and Associates or something. Can't remember. Yeah, can't remember off the top of my head. It's not on here. So it's Wilkie is the main kind of, group. And that is the litigation team that basically went through the arbitration, the lawyers that helped the Chosen win this case, okay? Win this arbitration. So here's the statement that they said, and this gives us a lot of clarity as to what is actually going on here, okay? So on May 28th, Wilkie obtained a resounding arbitration victory for client The Chosen Incorporated. Further on in this article, they're said as TCI instead of The Chosen Incorporated. In a high-profile breach of contract and intellectual property infringement case, The Chosen Incorporated is the producer of The Chosen, a television series about the life of Christ and his disciples that has become a global hit. And the arbitration ruling is valued at hundreds of millions of dollars for the next few years. The case arose out of a license agreement between The Chosen Incorporated and Angel Studios, a distributor of faith-based content and motion pictures. Originally, Angel was the exclusive distributor of The Chosen, but the relationship broke down leading into 2022, leading to a 2022 content license agreement that removed Angel's distribution rights to the series. A global sensation that has been translated into nearly 50 languages and viewed by millions worldwide on major streaming services and networks, limited its marketing rights, and restricted Angel to streaming the series on its proprietary app. So Angel no longer had access to distribute this to other locations. They could only show it on their own app. Okay, they still had rights to it, basically. Now, The Chosen alleged that Angel that they breached the agreement by failing to obtain the requisite approvals for Angel's marketing and exploitation of the brand and voice of the series, and infringing The Chosen's copyrights and trademarks. This is the core of the issue here. The Chosen Incorporated was required to prove that Angel's misdeeds amounted to a material breach of contract in order to reach its ultimate goal of terminating the agreement. In January 2024, Wilkie obtained a preliminary injunction, a rarity in an arbitration case, prohibiting Angel from using the tagline "From the studio that brought you The Chosen." So this is a previous kind of small win that they had in this arbitration. In January 2024, one of the major issues that they had with Angel was that they were claiming as if they were the ones that created the show The Chosen. So they were the ones that distributed it, but Angel Studios did not bring you The Chosen in the sense that they made the show, right? Angel Studios never ever put any money forth in order to make The Chosen itself. They only helped to fundraise and to do different things through the company in order to help it gain royalties and different things like that in order to make the show themselves, right? So anyway, so we're seeing all of this kind of come out here from the other people. And of course, this was posted long ago as well, but it gives us an idea of what was actually happening during that arbitration, right? Very clearly, The Chosen saw that somehow Angel had breached the agreement and they were taking advantage of The Chosen's copyright and basically claiming that the show was theirs and not just that they were the distributor of it, right? So there's a lot of different ways that you can look at this, right? Some of you are going to look at this and say The Chosen is the bad guy for starting the legal stuff. Some of you are going to look at this and say Angel is the bad guy because they breached this contract, right? Which obviously legally was proven. Some of you are going to be like, oh man, this just stinks overall because these people are going against each other when we should be working together. I think everybody is sad about this, right? But the thing that's still kind of up in the air and what's going to happen here is that Angel has said that they are going to pursue this appeal. And so in that, what does that mean for season 5? Essentially, it comes down to this for me. I think that season 5 is completely safe. I don't think we're going to have an issue at all with season 5. To me, at least through this understanding of this lawyer's write-up here, let's read the end of this and kind of share how confident they were in this case here. So this last couple paragraphs here. Following a 2-week arbitration hearing in Salt Lake City, Utah in March, the arbitrator ruled in favor of The Chosen Incorporated by affirming The Chosen Incorporated's termination of the license agreement and finding that Angel had engaged in copyright and trademark infringement. All of Angel's counterclaims were rejected, along with its damages theories, the economic value of which for the Chosen Incorporated has been estimated at hundreds of millions of dollars over the next few years. As the ruling gives The Chosen Incorporated the freedom to offer valuable exclusive rights previously held by Angel to other significant players in the streaming world, such as Netflix, Disney+, the CW, right? All these other locations that now Lionsgate is distributing through. Previously, Angel would have held those positions while they were copyright infringing on The Chosen, essentially, is what they're saying here. As the prevailing party, The Chosen Incorporated is also entitled to an award of its fees and costs of the suit. So, essentially, Angel Studios lost. They had to pay The Chosen a certain amount for the legal fees and all that kind of stuff, making them whole in that. And then on top of that, they had to relinquish all of their ownership over any Chosen stuff, period. So Angel can no longer say that they are partnered or They are the studio that brought you The Chosen. They can't say any of that kind of stuff. And so that's kind of how it broke down, but we'll see we'll see where it goes from here. We'll see how the appeal goes and all of that. It just seems like from all the information that we've been given and the fact that Angel has literally zero connection to The Chosen right now, seems like the victory that The Chosen had in this arbitration is so strong that an appeal seems very, very unlikely. So yeah, we'll see. I hope that it doesn't happen. I hope that this is just a something that they're saying that they're doing in order to save face. But I feel like an appeal would make Angel look really bad in this as well. So I don't know. What are your thoughts? Let me know your thoughts on this whole situation. I know it's a crazy one. We've been following it, obviously, for the better part of this year and kind of talking through what is actually happening here. It's pretty nuts. So anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, we'll see you guys on the next one. Subscribe if you like this content. And of course, we'll dive into more Christian media stuff as it comes along. Peace.